The following is the production of WEGL 91.1 FM.
That ball is gone! It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams!
WEGL Sports,
The Tigers are headed to the College World Series!
where every
Touchdown Auburn! Zakoby McClain!
game
They're not gonna keep him off the field tonight! Holy cow!
lives. Strap in. It's time for the Extra Point, Auburn's best sports talk radio show, Auburn's only sports talk TV show.
He better count basketball wins.
Your three-time nationally nominated sports show.
Oh, yeah.
And they signed Cody Parkey.
SEC champion, Cody Parkey.
I picked Pitt, and I was right. Your three-time nationally nominated sports show, the guys give you the latest.
Penn State
by a million.
Thank you.
Trey.
John Gruden cried after he traded Khalil Mack, and now he's dancing in the locker room, saying he wish he had a disco.
Call in at 334-844-9345 to join the debate. My boy got it
I
on
thought
lock.
you were saying 1,800 yards in this game. I was like, Jared!
The X's and O's begin now on Eagle Eye TV and WEGL Radio. The Extra Point presented by WEGL Sports, where every game lives. And welcome inside the Extra Point here on WEGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. As always, it's your handsome, beautiful, gracious, stunning, dashing host, Jared Dillon, and joining me, wherever they may be, is Davis Carroll, Alex Houston, Jacob Hillman, and Bay Marks. See, I forgot how much I love to say that line.
Is that your tagline?
Yeah,
Official?
official. I'll make sure to
Put it on your
trademark it.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You think he won't? That's going to be the opening.
I was about to say, like,
Actually, I had to update my LinkedIn recently because I gotta, apply for jobs and things like that. Whatever the real world may be saying. But let's go ahead and get to you guys. Davis, we'll start with you. How you doing today?
Doing all right.
Alex?
I mean, I'm doing pretty good, just trying to get through this quarantine one day at a time.
What a lame.
Anticipating what?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Shut up, Alex. Moving on to Jacob Hillman. Jacob, how you doing today?
Enjoying the nice weather after the bad weather on Sunday, I guess I was. Yeah, on Easter. It was pretty dangerous weather. So this is nice.
I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
It didn't even rain at my house until midnight.
In Mississippi and South Carolina, I think dozens of people died.
Yeah.
So
But
it
here,
was bad in some places.
I mean, here I know we were getting tornado warnings and everything like that. I know it rained hard, but for the most part, it went away pretty quickly in Auburn as well. I mean, it lasted maybe 2 hours?
Yeah, I know in Auburn it wasn't bad.
Yeah. And finally, Bailey Marks. Bay, how you doing today?
We want Jalen. I'm doing good. I feel like it's been forever since I've had the show. No, I'm doing good. I'm glad to see y'all, especially after that bad weather. That was kind of creepy, but ready to rock and roll per usual.
Ready to rock and roll. I feel that. Because things are getting hectic. I know for a lot of us, the end of the school year is coming up. Even myself, I had to make some adjustments, moving the show to just Tuesday and Thursday. Because honestly, I don't know any other time I'll be able to do it. As man, y'all don't even know, but my weekend having to go through grading, I never want to do it again. Too bad I gotta do it in 2 weeks for final exams. So
You should just give everybody A's.
no, that's not how this works. You're gonna earn it. If I have to earn my grade, you're gonna earn your grade too.
No, but Jared, here's
fair.
what Davis is saying though. I mean, you're leaving that job, so they can't say.
Oh, believe me when I say they can say.
Oh, that
whatever they
wasn't what I
want.
was saying, but
Oh, Davis, you're just not even thinking that.
no, I was just saying if he doesn't want to grade him, then just give everybody A's.
But
Nah.
okay.
See, I'm already tired of Zoom. I've been on Zoom for 3.5
Zoom
hours
sucks.
now. Yeah, Zoom does suck.
It
Honestly,
was funny at first because, it's like, whoa, we're looking at each other through, computers and cameras, and, after 2 weeks,
it
kind of became the norm. It's still the norm, but now it's kind of like, I hate seeing you through a computer. I'd rather be in person.
I mean, I was
when was Zoom made? Because I never heard about this until all this went down.
Zoom. It's been around for a couple of years.
I didn't think I'd ever miss sitting in the studio across from Jared and Mike too, getting my sports takes roasted as hard as he used to do. But I would do anything to go back to the studio right now.
I didn't think I'd ever miss getting hit in the face with a clipboard, but here I am missing it. So
Zoom was founded in 2011.
There you go.
Really?
Yep.
That was a
comeback season.
Yeah.
I mean,
imagine the guys making Zoom and thinking that this moment could happen, where now everybody's using Zoom and their stock is through the roof.
I'm pretty sure
that's the thing. They used to, for free, you used to only be able to have 100 participants and 40-minute time limit. But now they I don't know about the participants, but I know the 40-minute time limit. It's not a thing because we do classes and this through it.
I'm pretty sure they're also
there's still a 40-minute time limit.
Now.
If you don't sign up through Auburn, there's a 40-minute time limit.
Really? Huh. So only schools are able to do it?
Yeah, Auburn has made a deal with them, I think. So if you sign up with your school email, then you can make unlimited times.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I thought I saw an email where I could, where it wasn't where they were we just canceled it altogether.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I was remembering our last show, the Extra Point inside the studio, that Tuesday. Is that when I assaulted Alex with the tablecloth and a clipboard?
It might have.
I want to say
it might have.
Hold up, because you posted on Instagram, so we can look back at the date that it was.
Just go to the Weagle YouTube and look at the extra point playlist and just scroll down to the final show inside the studio.
Because the last show was Jack, right?
It's even more sad.
There's a big
Jack
gap.
hosting the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was that one.
After we lost the Texas A&M.
I knew that was the official one.
It was Jack hosting the show?
Yeah, because
you got the flu because you died, Jared. Remember?
You had the flu, and Jacob slept through it.
Wow,
you're welcome, Jared. Apparently, I gave Jared the flu, so you're welcome.
You're right, you did, and then you cost me the basketball.
I did not. I literally texted, dude. I texted Bryn from the doctor's office, and I was like, "Hey, you might want to lights all the studio," and she didn't even read it. It's on GroupMe, and I even get a left on red. She left me on delivered.
I just skipped to 33 minutes into the show, and he's got the 5 box with the empty seat on the right side.
Oh, that's depressing and bad.
I remember there was, during that show, Jack says something about Paul George being on the Pacers, and I really was like, does he actually mean he's still
No, because he played that commercial.
But I wasn't paying attention to the commercial. When he said that, I was like, oh gosh, does Jack actually still think Paul George on the Pacers? Then he clarified, and I was like, we're good.
No, it wouldn't be surprising if Jack thought that, to be honest.
Jack was just like, y'all handle NBA talk.
That's what I'm saying. We were set to where I was like, okay, that could be an actual thought, and I was and then he clarified it was good. But for a minute there, I was very concerned. It all worked out, though. It was a depressing show, though, because wasn't that
It was after Auburn lost to Texas A&M.
Yes, that's all we talked about the whole time.
Oh god, we look so happy.
And then that was the one where you were like, Auburn has no chance in Tennessee.
I was like, it's
and
hopeless.
I went, yes, they do.
I was so. I mean, I know they did. I'm glad they did, but I was in a low point. Okay,
that was when the Hillman curse was broken.
Yeah, but then we canceled sports because of it.
Yeah.
So really? The Hillman curse just.
So really, Jacob's curse has gone throughout the entire universe right now.
The universe gave him a solid by letting him win one game, but then I was like,
Jacob, we'll let you win one road game, but in response, we're gonna close everything.
No, we
I wonder how the aliens are
this.
feeling right now.
No, we already went through this. Jacob going to Tennessee, breaking the curse, was the Thanos snap that caused all this to happen. Exactly.
Unbelievable. I mean, it is pretty.
The Tennessee game was the glimmer of hope before Thanos came down and snapped.
It's just,
Samir scored 32. I mean, Auburn's got to shred through the tournament.
Turbo had a friggin' 3 at the end of the game.
That was awesome.
Free Turbo.
Let's see if I can get that video up.
Let's just think about the fact that poor Jacob probably thought, all right, I finally broke the curse, it's over. And then the universe is like, nope, and they just stomped on his throat with this one, and now we're never going to let it die.
I was ready to go to Nashville and watch Auburn win the SEC tournament again, and then no.
Well, I can confirm that the final show that I was on inside the studio, I did beat Alex with a clipboard and a tablecloth because I have the clip in front of me. Oh, man, that's a great
Jared,
clip.
I should have said that in my interview. I should have been like, what would you change about the sports prom? Well, I would prevent this. As sports director, I would not assault my fellow colleagues with a clipboard. I should have said that. That would have secured it.
Yeah.
Man, that's good times. That's good times.
So Jared, like when you look back at the 30th annual Jared Dillard Memorial All-Star Game, you're sitting there in your wheelchair.
I don't want this show to be let's look back at the times. I don't want to do that yet. I'm not
No.
I'm not emotionally ready for that.
No. But I'm just saying the one moment that you'll think about is like my last show in studio. I hit somebody in the face with a clipboard.
I think he's fine with that, Jared.
My last show in the studio on the Extra point, Jared lost his absolute mind at the end of the show because he said, "With that being said."
You should have been there for the one where he was saying country phrases. Now that
I saw the one where he said that just dills my pickles.
that one. He just kept reading country phrases off of paper.
Was so
stupid. That one.
Honestly, if there is like a timeline or documentary about my downfall, I believe the country phrase is when it starts. I believe
maybe we can do like a collab.
Let's get you better internet first.
Man, he was gonna have such a good point there.
Bay's gone. Should I ask my?
Is Bay like really gone? I'm not even looking at it. Oh yeah, Bay's very gone.
Yeah, he's out of there.
I
There's
just
no way.
lag a little bit.
Rest in peace, man.
Bay.
All right, so that's an 11-minute cold open we just did.
Can I ask my question, Jared? Can I ask my opening question?
Go for it. For Bay to get
I think we should
back.
have Bay in here for that.
Yeah. I agree.
Wait, do we need Bay?
Nah, we don't need Bay.
Will he make it back?
I mean, he can come in and put his point in.
That's true. He'll be back eventually. You know.
Let's see. Well,
he has not moved.
There you go.
Officially in the quad.
That's tough.
you hate to see it.
I mean, you really do, don't you?
Well,
it's terrible.
As we wait for Bay to get in, as he should be in any second, we're going to talk about recruiting, especially with Auburn's recent recruit, the Michigan stuff. We were going to talk Christian McCaffrey getting his paycheck. We're going to talk rest in peace to XFL. I mean, yeah.
There's a lot.
Hold up. Bay's getting back in here. We're going to make fun of him again.
See if he actually makes it this time.
Oh my gosh, Bay. You're frozen there.
I got absolutely Thanos snapped out of the position.
That was the longest freeze. That's the longest freeze I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh
I was like, oh gosh, he's dead.
Okay, babe, we were waiting for you. Can I ask my question now, Jared?
Yes.
Okay, so what are y'all's thoughts on not just Auburn fans, just fans in general, but I'm kind of just adding recruits on Twitter or like commenting on their Instagram page or their Twitter thing saying like, oh, we can't wait for you to be part of the Auburn family.
Amanda does that.
Oh, man.
No. I think they're sending a War Eagle on an Instagram Live is different than what a lot of crazy people do. Because, I mean, there are some...
I mean, compared to what I've seen, it's tame.
That's fair.
It doesn't make sense to do anything except after they commit, or I mean, hell, when they sign. When they commit, it's still not enough. But after they sign, shut up. After they sign, you can welcome, say whatever. But obviously, if you're the opposite fan, you should never go in and attack them. Now that's just ridiculous. That ticks me off when people go after high school 18-year-olds when they don't commit to their school. So
here's the reason I started this, because I'm personal friends with a recruit that Auburn is going after, but a 2022 recruit, and they were Auburn fans on his Twitter.
Hey, you gotta get him early, man.
So dumb.
They gotta get him early.
So dumb.
I was like, oh my gosh! It was two people that commented, and they were both Auburn fans. Like, War Eagle was like, can't wait to be can't wait for you to join the Auburn family. I was like, oh my
Isaac just posted a video on Twitter, and it just gave me the chills. You need to go watch it.
Wait, you mean our Isaac?
Yes. What other Isaac would we be talking about?
Look, I know multiple Isaacs. Okay.
Isaac. Jonathan Isaac, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Wait, no, not exactly. No.
I know some.
Wait, wait, Jonathan Isaac. He could have got. I was rooting for him to get most improved this year. Just saying.
Well, now nobody's gonna get it.
I mean,
reminiscing.
I mean. All right, so obviously,
this better give me chills, Bay.
It might as well just be announcing him staying in the draft.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a good point.
I don't want to watch it because I don't like getting sad. Okay.
Final seconds is his shot against South Alabama, but this is a super cool video. It is at the end. You know how it always says Auburn basketball? It says his name, and then it says like in that font, and then it says Auburn basketball.
You know what I'm saying?
As in, go Jags, Davis.
I don't know, maybe.
Man, screw South Alabama. All right, let's go on.
I would say their fan made fight, whatever you call it, but it's not very appropriate.
I didn't know what you're talking about anyway.
I just want to say one thing about the recruiting thing. Like, I've never had like a disdain for it. Like, but I just have always questioned just like the logic behind it. Because if a random person on Twitter with 38 followers tells you to go to Auburn, like, is that really going to sway you?
It should.
Yes.
There's two.
I think if I were a recruit, I'd be annoyed by it.
That's
what I was gonna say. So think about if you were a recruit and you were like highly touted.
So you turn off
You can look at it. You can look at it from the way of like you get annoyed, but also you can be like Josh Christopher, who literally tweeted, "I'm gonna miss all these college crazies tweeting at me."
A lot of, I will say, probably a lot of high school recruits are probably attention crazy and they love it. I mean, we're clearly not like that. We think we wouldn't like it. I mean, who knows? We might like it after we deal with the attention a little bit. I don't think I would, but who knows?
All eyes on me.
Yeah, Jared would probably love it.
I love it.
Yeah, Jared definitely would.
But I think it's one of those things where, you know, people get carried away. I mean, I think it's dumb to even like if they get a notification. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to go overboard. That's when you're in the wrong and you just need to stop. If you're saying stuff, talking crap about other schools, or you're talking crap about the recruit themselves.
No, what's worse than that, though, I have to admit, what's worse than tweeting directly at recruits is like tweeting for recruits to at recruits to get other ones like for example.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Sharif is already signed, and people will go on his Instagram or on his lives and literally say, "Go get Jalen or Greg for us," like crap like that. Like that I would hate that.
I mean, do you not think he's recruiting already?
I was about to say,
what do you think they're doing?
That would also make him feel like he's crap too. Like, oh, I'm a 5-star recruit, but they're telling me to go get other 5-star recruits. You know what I'm saying?
You got to create the super
I'm not
team.
sure. I mean, if he's that might be the case for a lower rated player, but I think Sharif knows what the fans are doing. In that case. Like he understands, but I do think if it was for example, for Auburn, I mean, if they're telling Justin Powell to do that, then they might think that.
It's like Malcolm Askew.
Yeah.
I feel like Askew was like a 4-star recruit out of high school, and he went and in that draft cycle got.
Oh no!
No.
Awesome again.
He had a heater coming there too.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like the only entertainment I would get as a recruit is just opening some popcorn and just watching the Twitter feed, just all the stupid stuff. I wouldn't. It just kind of be almost entertaining to see all the stupid stuff people say, but that's the only way I can see liking it. The whole that's probably what Josh Christopher meant, maybe, because I mean some of that stuff is a bit ridiculous and almost kind of comical. But
I mean, Michigan just got killed this week.
Oh no!
Absolutely killed.
Oh my
did Bay try to come back or something?
No, Bay's still frozen.
Why are you laughing?
What, that face?
Because the face, and it's going to rival the amount of time the last one took too.
Oh,
my
there it goes.
God.
Oh, poor
Really funny to
Bay.
me.
Rest in
Poor
peace.
Bay.
No, but I mean, Michigan fans if you just look up Joshua Christopher's name or Isaiah Todd, it's just Michigan fans just crying, and it's kind of ridiculous in my opinion because it's their decision.
I mean, they're people too. They kind of act like it's 2K and they're drafting a player.
That's it. They act like it's some sort of they have to come to their school, and it's you're not the only option.
Babe, do I need to give you the Weagle hotspot and send it to your house or something?
Dude, I have 5 people using the internet in my house. And,
that would explain it. That's fair.
Dude.
Hey, what internet do you use?
I have AT&T, but I'm also our internet is in one corner of the house, which is where I normally do my work. But my dad works at home, and on days like today, so I'm in my room, which is on the other side of the house. So
I'm outside.
I mean,
I thought you were in the locker room.
Flash.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. But the outside is right in front of me.
Flashback to the California wildfires where I called up Verizon and they turned on the internet. So, I mean, fair.
What? What does the California wildfires have to do with that at all?
Well, you didn't. Okay, so let me set it up.
Oh, Jesus.
So during the California
Never mind.
Okay, but yes, Michigan got absolutely bent over backwards and just smacked around, and it's been a tough road for them.
The thing is big shout out to Michigan for having the most up and down season in history. They started out as one of the hottest teams in the country. They
were ranked
fell
fourth.
off. They fell off and lost like 8 of 9. Then they got back to like 17 and 11. We're going to make a run in the NCAA tournament. NCAA tournament gets shut down. Then the recruiting class goes in the tank. Like,
And it'll still be a preseason top 10. Don't worry.
yeah, and it feels like a season with a lot of optimism is going to end. I mean, because I know those aren't their only 2 recruits, but that does a big, a little bit of damage to their class, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they dropped from 4 to number 9 in 24/7 Sports. So, I mean, they still have a top 10 class even without those guys. But it's still one of those things where losing a 5-star and one of the 5 stars you thought for sure was going to be there is gone. I mean, that's just not good for the class.
Yeah, and especially for building a program, losing a highly rated 5-star and one that I think a lot of people thought were – I mean, you said what, the crystal balls were at 100%?
Yeah, it was at 100% for Josh Christopher.
So, like, I mean, I think that definitely doesn't help in terms of building for the next class and the next. I think this is why –
you should have seen the comments the day before when, like, the day before, like, nobody from Arizona State was talking, and it was just all Michigan talk.
I think you could have the reverse effect that, like, Auburn's has, where, like, Auburn getting Thor out of nowhere and now being in the running for Brown, Green, regardless of what happens, that sort of, like, puts them on the radar for a lot of other people as well, while Michigan's the opposite effect may happen. Maybe not so much because it's Michigan, but, you know, a little bit.
I feel like the recruiting for college basketball especially, like once you get one big recruit, like it just starts building from there.
You're right.
I think that's what
like
Auburn's
how
trying to do.
Kentucky and like Duke, they're known for having big recruits, so more people go there because they know that's a good school. I feel like I don't want to say Auburn's going to become that because I don't know. I can't see the future, but like we have just like the big recruits. We've got Sharif. Now we have JT. We could possibly get Jalen and Greg. So we could start a chain reaction with more good recruits coming in.
I think that's what Bruce is trying to do, at least.
I don't think Auburn will become a one and done school.
No,
ever.
I don't think so either, but I feel like we'll get more interest from those 5 stars, 4 stars. That will be a viable option for them.
For sure. It's just one of those things where I still think because I mean even Sharif, he's not a one and done player. I mean, Jalen Green and probably Greg Brown will be a one and done. So that's just where I think it's not becoming that, but it's just a 1-year thing. Because Auburn's roster is so weird. You have no seniors, and you're going to have a bunch of freshmen and sophomores that don't have a ton of playing experience other than Cambridge and Williams. So I guess Flanagan too. But it's just one of those things where I don't know where the direction is going to be going.
I thought Bay was just being quiet this whole time. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he's unmuted.
There we go.
I'm gonna try and be more quiet because I don't want to be in the middle of a sentence and cut out again.
So that's all.
Actually, if you want to do that, I'm not gonna stop you because that was funny.
All right, so that was
Save
Auburn.
myself the embarrassment.
That was Auburn recruiting in a nutshell. One thing that I was looking at, because I know we talked about it last week, NFL draft is coming up in a couple of days, about a week and a half.
Sports.
Yeah, and
No more boat.
I know that we talked about Noah Igbenogany and where he landed at in the last mock draft because he fell back more into the second round, right?
Yeah.
You want to know where he's at now?
Did it jump back up again, or did it go back to like the 5th?
First round, baby.
Oh my
We're back.
gosh!
We're
Come
back.
on.
Set number 2 pick.
Number 31 to the 49ers. Which,
I read something about the
a good pick.
Dolphins. I read something about the Dolphins where all their scouts and people that are doing interviews have been talking to so many Auburn players, and they talk to them a lot. Like, they talked to Brown several times. They talked to Marlon, Nitko, Igbenogany. They're going to go talk to Prince Tega. I mean, there's so many players they talk to. And it's
We're just
like,
so nice.
I mean,
Plot twist.
the Dolphins, there's no chance the Dolphins don't draft an Auburn player.
It's all just a ploy by the Dolphins
right.
to ask them what they think of Tua. It's like, all right,
You
guys,
gotta
you saw
remember-
Tua in person. What is your scouting report? It's like,
True.
You got to remember who's already on their roster. Chandler Cox.
Cox, yeah.
So
I
the
mean,
GOAT.
They've had some other Auburn players come through there recently. They have Ricardo Lewis right now too.
I mean, for the simple
Pretty
fact
that probably
that
gets Brett so giddy when you tell him that the Dolphins are looking at drafting Auburn players.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at the Dolphins and where they're at in the draft. I know that.
I don't know if he loves Derek Brown. I think he wants a quarterback pretty badly.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins have what, the number 5?
Number 5, like 19.
18 and
18.
26. They can get a quarterback. I don't know if it's the right quarterback.
Yeah.
But they could take Brown at 5 and then hope to whoever at number 18.
I mean, I've seen Jordan Love
there.
in conversations for them. What do y'all think of Jordan Love?
I don't know about him, but
I'm not convinced.
I don't know. I think he could be a good quarterback. I see that in this new mock draft by Mel Kiper that at number 19 it will be the LV, I guess. LV Raiders.
oh my gosh, that's terrible.
LA Raiders.
After they signed Marcus Mariota.
I don't know what the Raiders want in a quarterback. So it looks like they're gonna
Do
have
you know what
this-
they want in general? John Gruden's
Yeah,
most
they went to relocate and they got that. So
and they also wanted to get rid of all their good players for draft
Yeah.
capital.
No, like watching John Gruden has a pattern of just being chaotic. Like watching him, watching breakdowns of what he did after he got to the Bucks and like how the roster just was destroyed for him to bring in other players, and it was like
if you want
none of it made any sense.
if you
And
wanna-
now it's the same thing.
if you want a GM who's messing up the roster, just go look at Houston and then call
Yeah.
me back.
Bill O'Brien's psychotic.
No, I mean it's terrible. It's absolutely. I mean it's one of the worst off seasons I've seen, and this is coming from the guy who has watched the Albert Haynesworth signing and watched the season after that. I've seen some bad and
You
just
poor
truly.
soul.
I mean, but like I've never just most off seasons it's bad because you let a guy walk or you make a bad signing. You don't intentionally get rid of the guy for nothing and then get 2 awful replacements for him. I mean, Randall Cobb is 87 years old and is the slowest wide receiver in the NFL.
He's not 87. He's
Randall
like,
Cobb is so old.
he's
Are you
like-
serious?
Dude,
how
he
old is
beat
Randall
Auburn
Cobb?
in 2009.
He's
He
got some
did. He won
reliable
this-
hands.
He won a Super Bowl with the Packers in 2010, I think.
Alex, have you ever seen Larry Fitzgerald run a route?
Have you ever seen
Are
Larry
you trying to
Fitzgerald-
say that Randall
Hey,
Cobb?
don't-
But Randall Cobb can't run routes like Larry Fitzgerald.
Don't-
Randall Cobb.
don't
I'm
hate
trying
on
to say that
Manchester
Randall
State's
Cobb
wide
is
receiver.
faster. I'm not. I think Larry Fitzgerald's a much better wide receiver. I'm just saying he's not as.
Watch that clip of Cobb in that comeback that the Packers had on Monday night, like 3 years ago, when the Bears first got Khalil Mack and Rodgers hurt his knee and they pumped him full of drugs. And the final play is a slant to Cobb that Cobb runs 80 yards, and I swear it was the longest 80-yard run I've seen in my entire life.
Did he run 80 yards though?
He did, because the Bears were terrible and couldn't tackle him, but half the Bears defense caught up to him in the process.
You want to know who also ran an 80-yard touchdown? Danny Etling in the preseason. All right, get that
Yes,
out
he
of here.
did.
Stop it.
Yeah, get that
Okay,
out of
okay,
here.
you win.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You knew who also ran 80 yards? Mariota. Don't forget about
Oh.
that.
Mariota did.
Stop with this Mariota stuff.
Yeah, like get him out of here. Throw him in the
All right.
garbage.
Now let's name off
Terrell Pryor
every
did, too.
80-yard touchdown. Yes, name off every 80-yard touchdown run from players that you wouldn't expect it from in the last 10 years.
Herschel
man.
Walker ran a 99-yard touchdown.
Big Cat almost did in the first game of this season.
He should.
Jared Brown
did.
almost did against Florida, so
Twice.
I did one time in
it's
Madden.
true. Then he died. Rest in peace, Derek
Alex,
Brown.
this is for you. Will Levin says, "I'd like to see Alex run 80 yards." I don't want to. I don't want to see that.
Thank you, Will.
Well,
Thank you, Will.
Will, you should probably go back and watch the extra point All-Star
Extra
game.
point All-Star
because-
Alex shot one shot.
I ran a cumulative of 80 yards at least.
It didn't
No.
go well.
No, you didn't.
And then it ended with me literally taking the jersey off of his back. So
You switched teams, though, didn't you?
You did.
I did, because I got no loyalties.
It's because I wasn't there. If I would have been there, we would have smacked y'all up and down
No,
the
you
come
would
on.
not have.
If you were there,
Dude,
if you were
we won
there,
by
we all would have got
20.
the flu.
You
I
weren't.
should have given you the
20
flu
points
sooner,
back.
so you wouldn't be able to play in that game.
The coronavirus.
I wish I
is
didn't play in
so
that
bad.
game.
No, I'm fully convinced I probably had the coronavirus. I want to get that test done to see if you've had it or not.
I
That they're coming out
think
with.
you'd know because it's a lot worse than just the flu.
I think
I'm
Daniel
telling you,
had
that
it
is
when he
the
didn't
worst
play.
flu I've had. Like,
But the thing
That's the
is,
worst
it
part.
wasn't even in America at that point, unless you had traveled.
Yes, it was.
yes, it was.
Yes, it
There
was.
were
In
cases
Washington.
in America.
It's been
In
in America
Alabama.
since January.
What?
That's okay. It's been everywhere.
Okay,
It's all
okay.
about the testing.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
mean,
Like confirmed testing is like
Look, if we're gonna be honest, I mean, it took Alabama like 6 or 7 years to figure out the Civil Rights Act passed, so I wouldn't. I wouldn't put them up to that.
Hey, Mississippi didn't pass it until this century.
So I'm just saying.
No, David.
I'm just saying. Alabama's slow at stuff.
Jared, that was
Mississippi slower though, Jared. Mississippi slower.
That was art.
It was art. See,
that was
great
perfect.
at what I do. I'm great at what I do.
That was like oh my gosh.
I mean, Bay could have had it, and then I don't know. I didn't even feel bad.
Like Bay. The thing is, I feel like if you had it,
Dude,
we'd all would have got it.
The thing is, I didn't have shortness of breath, but that's the worst I've ever felt. And not to mention the fact I've never had body pain with the flu, and I felt like I felt like my body was in such physical pain that I could not move.
All right.
Well, here's the
That just
thing.
sounds like it might just been a bad flu.
Some of us, if we had gotten it,
I'm just saying.
if we had gotten it, we might have been asymptomatic. We might not have felt the symptoms.
That's true.
All I'm saying
we have a stronger immune system than Bay.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Bay's weak.
I'm gonna come clean on something.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Jared's like, I secretly had corona.
This is bad.
Jared brought it to America.
Jared, on that Wednesday when we canceled the show, right? When I woke up and then eventually I had the flu. When I woke up at 5:30 a.m., I didn't feel bad. Okay. I was just tired and I didn't want to do the show, so I just went to the doctor. That way we didn't have to do the show.
What?
And he secretly did have the flu. He was like, "Oh crap! I guess I was sick."
Yeah, so I didn't feel bad. I literally went to the doctor. That way I could skip the show. I could skip my internship. I just have to go teach, and that was it for that day.
Jared, couldn't you just say, "Hey, I'm tired. Let's just not do the show," and then we all would have been like,
You did that several times.
Wait, no, that was the Wednesday crew, Davis.
I needed
Either way, why didn't you just do that?
I needed the excuse to get out of my internship.
You could have just been, "Hey, I'm tired."
That's not how that works at internships.
I don't think
Jared,
internship works like
just
that.
think of the hindsight of like, oh man, I really want to take this one day off, and then getting eternity off because of what has happened.
Jared, what I've learned is that if you're on time, you do your job enough that then you can just like, "Hey, I don't feel good. Can I get a day off?" And most of the time they'll be like, "You know what? Yeah."
And then lo and behold, hours later, I have the flu, which I would be like, okay, I get an early spring break. Oh yeah, it was an early spring break, all right. Because
you got an early break, all right.
Yeah.
You also had a
Still on spring break.
longer break.
Yeah. So
Dang.
you hate to see it. So my last show would have been Wednesday, but I think I like going out with the fact that I beat Alex Sensel to the clipboard.
I hate you, Jared.
I'm gonna be
Good
honest.
times.
That's a good. That I didn't know after 5 years. I didn't know how I wanted to end the show. I think that's a good way to end it right there, like inside the studio at least.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Now, how we're gonna end the show is with signing day. That's how we'll do the end of the show. We'll end it with signing day or something like that.
Right.
Are you signing? What's your crystal ball saying, Jared?
Crystal ball? I can't reveal that.
Yeah.
It's not set in stone for crystal ball. We know that from
I think
Josh.
I'm gonna put my prediction.
Let's be clear. Whatever the
I think
crystal
he's
ball
going
is,
pro. I think
there's
he's going pro.
there's still one. Hold
He's
on.
going overseas.
Let's be clear. Whatever the crystal ball is, there's still 1% reserved for Auburn because there's that one chance that Jared will just make his immaculate return for whatever reason. Nobody knows.
PhD.
I just want to say, if he goes overseas, he should go to Germany and commentate those games and just try his best to speak German for him.
No. Do you remember when I told you guys about the USA handball game we did? It was against Canada, and I hope the files were lost forever.
Did you find it?
Literally after that show, I accidentally found the files.
Send it.
Did you watch it?
No, it was audio.
Did you listen to it?
I'll have to share it with you guys. That way you can listen to the horrible commentary of me trying to figure out what handball was in the moment. And
do you know what it is now, by chance?
I mean, I know what handball is,
but I mean, do you know the rules?
The technical terms, right?
If we broke out a game right now, could you commentate it?
Oh my god.
Probably not. No.
Jared, you failed.
Probably not.
You failed.
All right, let's talk about. Let's see.
Actually, wait, I have a question. This is like 20 minutes ago, but
raise your hand, Alex.
Is it the worst idea to say the Dolphins could take Derek Brown? Because I mean, like, I get the Tua could be this once in generational talent, but like on the reverse side, what are the odds that he really plays 10 years? I don't think the odds are very high.
I don't think they need to get going though.
Yeah,
they're in such a
once in a generation.
Mel Kiper's new mock draft has the Dolphins skipping out on Tua and going Herbert.
Like-
and taking.
Herbert.
I think Tua is a very good player, but AJ McCarron looked really good at Alabama too.
That is
But no one
important to
hyped
mention.
him up.
But nobody did. But
I think Tua is a little different.
Yeah.
I think
I know Tua. I agree Tua is a lot better than AJ McCarron, but Alabama did make AJ McCarron look like a first-round draft pick.
Alabama makes a lot of players look good. I think is what Dave's
y'all
trying
don't
to say.
forget about
And
one of the best national championship winning quarterbacks at Alabama now, Coker.
If you say,
Hey, first-round
Season-
pick.
That
Where
season
you going
was
with that?
stupid. That was the stupidest season ever.
yeah,
I
But,
know,
like,
right?
you take Derek Brown, who I think is a certified beast who's going to be in the league for like 13 plus years and could be one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Not like Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt tier, but like I think one of the best.
Gerald McCoy.
Take, what?
Gerald
Gerald
McCoy
McCoy.
type.
A little bit better than that, I think. But then you take a quarterback later in the first round, a project quarterback. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, you're in the bottom of the draft next year and you get Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, also
Like I feel like that is not a bad model.
don't count
Well, the
out.
Panthers are getting Trevor Lawrence. So.
Don't count out the Dolphins trading the other 2 first-round picks to move back up and getting a quarterback like Tua or Herbert.
Oh yeah, they could. They could
definitely do that.
Because like
Just
who are
wait for the Dolphins to do a Dolphin thing and draft
Like,
Jordan Love in the top 4.
Like a
Or
26
top 5, I mean.
a 26 overall pick. I mean, I'd trade that if I knew I was getting a quarterback that could lead us for 10 plus years.
Yeah, no, I absolutely would trade all the rest of my first round picks to trade up after getting somebody like Brown and then getting a quarterback. And if that quarterback is Tua, I mean, then you get the best of both worlds.
Or you could get offensive lineman and wide receiver, and you could take Jalen Hurts in the
no.
second round.
Now I'm sad because I remembered Auburn baseball will still be playing right now.
What are you playing?
Dude, I wrote down the whole season into my calendar agenda thing, and I've had to scratch out every single game.
That's just depressing.
That's why I use the calendar on the phone. Oh God, on the phone because you can just like click off of it, and it's very sad when you turn it on because it's just everything is canceled. Currently, Auburn would be playing softball at Mercer, and tonight Auburn would be playing baseball at Sanford. And
Wait,
Oh, that's an
why
L.
would
I don't
softball
want
be
to play
playing?
that.
Oh, because it's a midweek game. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
And we had
I was
a
gonna say,
Bucks would be
SEC
playing at
time.
the Nets tonight if that was still happening.
man.
This weekend would have been Auburn baseball versus Kentucky, and who would have softball? This might have been softball's bye week. No,
Man.
softball would have been playing.
Let it be known that the last time I wore pants was for an Auburn softball game. How many days has
Good
it
to know.
been? Somebody
Jared, did
somebody
you
look
not
that
even
up.
wear pants for the interview? That's ice cold, Jared.
No.
Come on now.
We
Gotta
weren't looking
dress
at his
your best.
legs, Jared or
No.
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still.
Is
it's
that what you
all
were
hot-
thinking about, Alex?
No.
Yeah, it probably was.
Alex, you want me to send you some leg pics? Is that what you want?
Jared, I've dealt with so many
Wait, wasn't
yelling
it?
"Dill my pickle" for
Wasn't it on
hours.
the? Was it on the
Flipboard
first?
to the face, but that's too much. Nope.
Wasn't it on the first show in the fall semester? I took off my shirt on the first show.
I wouldn't know. But
I
When
think
did you
I
take? I don't remember you taking off your shirt, to be honest, Jared.
Hey, look, a lot of crazy things can happen.
I remember Jared putting on Jared sat at the mic one day and just constantly just pulled out 5 or 6 different hats. It was like a St. Louis hat, a Rays hat, an Auburn hat, a Georgia Tech hat.
I had a Georgia Tech hat. Yeah.
I remember I remember the playoffs were going on during that day, but
It was the first episode because it was the first episode back. I knew we were gonna bring up Andrew Luck because it just happened, and I had my Colts shirt. And when they brought up Andrew Luck, I took my shirt off and I put on my Colts shirt and I started talking about Andrew Luck and crying.
Oh,
I did do that.
Mute yourself, Alex.
Alex is gonna crack open some goldfish.
All right.
Hey, I like those gallon boxes too.
I'm still on the train that anybody who likes or enjoys goldfish does not deserve my time whatsoever.
God.
Well, I guess you knew that about Alex before you even knew that he liked goldfish. You
What
could
in the
sense
world?
it.
What?
What
Huh?
are you talking about?
All right, let's keep going on actual news. So in other sports news, so how about the Cowboys having to go speak with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott or Zeke
Oh my! For that 30 people party,
for
They're dumb.
them having parties during the
They should get
virus
fined.
outbreak?
I think
they should get fined.
I mean,
Did Rudy Gobert ever get fined?
Okay, let's be
Wait,
real.
what do you find him for?
Rudy saved a lot of lives. Let's
He
be real.
did.
really did.
He
Also-
saved a lot of lives.
He did, but he also did not take it seriously, and then ended up getting it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like he tried to save lives, but
Hey,
he happened
I'll-
to save lives.
I want to know how many of the reporters present at that press conference ended up getting it, where he touched all their microphones.
I feel like he didn't get it from that though. I feel like
No,
that
I'm
would
not
have been.
saying that. I'm saying like if he already had it and he gave it to them because that was like a
Okay,
day
I
or
get what
two
you're saying.
prior.
Look,
Yeah.
like
No, he might not have had it at that point.
I think
Like-
because he was in Boston signing an autograph for that little kid, and that kid ended up getting it.
oh no,
What
oh no.
Well,
Wait,
the thing is,
what?
nobody knows if the kid gave it to Rudy, if Rudy gave it to the kid, because
That's true.
there's
Oh, dude.
because they tested
What?
positive around the same time, and that. My question is though, like, so there's the rumors that Mitchell thinks the relationship is unsalvageable, and I saw a lot of people being like, not necessarily apologists in the comments, but they were talking about how like it shouldn't matter because Rudy didn't know, and like it's not his fault and whatnot. But I feel like
He wasn't
they're missing
taking it
the whole-
serious.
I feel like they're missing the whole principle of the issue. The issue is not that Rudy didn't know, and Rudy obviously didn't start the whole thing. He's not the cause of all of it, and you don't even know if Rudy gave it to Donovan Mitchell. But I mean, I feel like there's this simple thing that you couldn't get past a guy who just didn't take it seriously at all, and then it happened to blow up in his face.
I mean, no, I feel that because Bay gave me the flu, and we haven't been the same since. So I feel that. Like I
That's fair. It's
definitely.
unsalvageable.
A bunch of lies by getting Jared sick with the flu.
You did.
Joe,
You
you weren't even
did.
sick.
That
Said you
okay?
weren't
No,
sick.
no, no. I'm about to show you guys right here. Okay.
What are you doing?
That Thursday, there was a Thursday night that, ironically, all of us were in the studio.
It was
Because
all of us.
The scoreboard just ended, and you guys had your show that night. And I remember. This is what I remember, right? All right, watch this.
Okay, Jared.
When Bay and Jacob left, I stood next to Bay, like right next to him, as he was talking to you guys, and then he left. And then a couple of days later, when he texted me and said he had the flu, it was that moment that I remembered. I was like, I was standing right next to Bay when he left, and I know I got the flu. And
You
then
would
days later, I got the flu.
You want to know the funniest thing about that? Like, especially with me thinking it was Corona, because that day I felt 100% fine, and I went to bed feeling fine, and I woke up like a train hit me, like out of absolutely nowhere. So there was like
They had Corona.
no like premature signs or anything of me even
So,
being sick.
Long story
Keep the
short,
hashtag going.
Bay
They had Corona.
is Rudy Gobert. I'm Davion Mitchell. Wait, hold on.
Donovan.
Mitchell.
Donovan. I've done that before, too. I've done that before.
That makes our friendship unsalvageable right there. The fact that you just called him that.
I've done that before, too. Because...
Don't disrespect former Auburn
There's still
point
no
guard
excuse
Davion
for
Mitchell.
Exactly.
You got
Yeah.
Mitchell that led Baylor to a #1 ranking.
All NCAA defensive team.
Yeah, I'm
All
sorry.
for nothing.
I still miss him, so I get his name mixed up sometimes. Donovan Mitchell. Spider. Okay, I'm Spider. Bay is Rudy Gobert, and it's just unsalvageable right now.
So are we doing new NBA comparisons?
Yes, we can do new NBA
Am I
comparisons.
still JJ Barea?
Yes, because I have no other
Wait, why are you
comparison
JJ
for it.
Barea?
He's a
Because
short
I'm
white
white and
kid.
short.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You
Hey,
can say-
you still got a championship in bodied LeBron in the finals. So
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Hey.
big dubs, Jacob. Big dubs.
I got that ring.
He got a
Exactly.
ring.
It's Alex Bryant Scalabrine, but not
I was
Ginger.
gonna say
no,
that.
Brian Scalabrini's too good for Alex.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
What?
He actually
Brian
shoots
Scalabrine is the
ball.
white mamba. Alex, when have you ever been a mamba?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you Alex Caruso, Davis?
Maybe I am. I'll take whatever y'all give me.
Nah, Davis, you're big country.
Because if I'm in the NBA, I mean, I don't
Davis, you're
care.
big, you're big country.
What? Why would I be big country? Big country's fat.
big
What you
country's
trying to
great.
say, Alex?
I think it's Loki trying to say something.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I just think when I think of meme players, I think of big country as the second guy behind Brian Scalabrine.
Oh,
so
no.
when I couldn't
Look
take
at what y'all
Scalabrine,
have done. Look at what y'all have done now.
what's that?
You're about to see in a second.
What happened?
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
I can't see it. What happened?
She's gonna ask why she's tweeting at Cruz.
Yeah, wait. I'm
Okay,
so confused.
Amanda, I got you. Let me set the scene before I cut out for my Wi-Fi. So,
Too late.
Jalen had his live like yesterday or 2 days ago, and
Oh
someone
yeah, I was on that.
Jesus Christ.
You commented War Eagle, and I looked. I saw the user said Amanda_Warren_.
Don't tweet any more
Oh,
recruits,
okay,
please.
God. Why not?
Because we don't want them to get annoyed.
I'm
What?
being supportive.
What
mean,
if they were like, I'm not going to Auburn just because that one girl said War Eagle on my live?
just one
Okay.
girl?
Well then I've been very detrimental to Auburn basketball because I literally followed all of them on Instagram and I comment on all of their posts
Wow.
because everyone else does it And there's all these Memphis people who comment on Jalen's, I think. And I'm like,
Okay, Memphis.
Oh,
Memphis
Jesus.
fans
And
are
so-
crazy.
so I'm like, we can't have more Memphis people than Auburn people. But I say like very like encouraging things. That one like wasn't my best one, but I say like, come.
Simple War Eagle. Not my best work.
I say like come home to Auburn, like more persuasive stuff. Like this, I'm getting some subliminal messaging in here.
All right, so Auburn needs to hire you as a recruiter. Is what I'm hearing.
Do you
Yes.
say anything to recruits that are more than net, like not this year, but like the following years? Have you ever said anything to them?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. No,
Memphis
but, like,
fans are annoying.
the ones that like I comment on, it's like the ones that are like already like Instagram famous. Like they have like 20 million comments. Like I'm just
Hey.
feeding their ego because they
Dude,
have.
Feed the ego,
They're
like,
like-
I said.
To her
Yeah,
defense, like half the lives they're just sitting there listening to music, like not even.
No,
looking
the
at
live was so
And they really, like,
anticlimactic.
yeah.
I thought that he would get on with people, and so I like requested to be on, and
Oh,
it was
Lord.
literally just y'all would have died if I had gone on. But it was literally just him like in his car, like listening to music, and I was like, okay, then why did you go live? Like this is so pointless.
If I
It's
did,
because I want
Okay,
to see
would you
how many
comment?
people.
Would you
I just
comment
went
on
on Jalen's.
recruits?
Hold on. I just went on Jalen's
Okay.
Instagram and I just clicked his most recent post, and the two comments that are featured are both from Amanda. A War
Yeah.
Eagle, 3 exclamation points, and Auburn is the move, sir. Very
Yeah.
persuasive.
Oh yeah, she added the sir, so that's encouraging.
Yeah, the sir, I'm respectful.
Okay, what if a
Yeah.
recruit only has like 500 followers? Would you comment on those?
Yeah, if we like really wanted him,
if I started
I'll take
Instagram,
one for the team.
if I started Instagram live in my car, would you?
Yeah, have y'all not noticed this before? I comment on a lot of athletes like Instagram things. Like I get like people will like them because they see them. Like I comment on all of Luca's posts. Like if you go to Luca's Instagram, like you will see.
You're gonna
My
meet Luke and he
comment.
goes, "Oh, you're that crazy fan that comments on everything."
Do you comment in his language?
Oh,
Oh, I think I
that
have
takes it to the
commented in
next level.
Spanish. I think I have commented
Spanish?
in Spanish before, which is his second language.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
I
she,
know that.
she
Speak
clarified.
Spanish,
She
he
clarified.
He played in Madrid, fake fans.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
sorry.
speaks broken English, and I speak broken Spanish, so our children would be trilingual.
Wait,
So
whoa! No, wait, we just jumped the shark for a second. Hold up, everybody, bring that back for a second. Wait, first of all, I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, hold on. Well, on that note, on March 4th, Luca posted it's game day, and I guess Mavs for life. The comment featured is Amanda saying, "Please take me on a date."
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Amanda's simping on Instagram.
Simp.
Oh, what has quarantine done to us?
Amanda, what are you gonna
And
do
the-
if he
and the
replies to you?
The post before, she commented, "Still waiting on the date." This post had no caption or anything, just 2 pictures of them.
Luca's like telling his agent, he's like, "Hey, you gotta do something about this girl coming on every
He's
single
gonna
one of
get
my
banned.
posts."
Oh, unfortunately, he has a girlfriend, so I think like
Hey,
no
soccer.
harm, no
Hey,
foul.
soccer has a goalie, but you still try to score. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just
No,
being
but
realistic.
back to the trilingual thing. I don't understand how that's like shocking to you. Like I speak English.
That
He does too.
your kids
Spanish,
don't
kinda.
inherit like your speaking ability. If that was true, I would be able to read, but that's not how that works.
And some English. With that around, like if you know that, but like yes.
I think it's
But you
'cause
have
it
to
went-
speak each language to them. Are you gonna
It
do that?
went-
yes,
from
yes, I
commenting-
would speak Spanish.
But you
It went
speak
from-
broken Spanish, so Luca would have to.
We both would interchange
Wow.
languages around them. I have friends whose parents are bilingual. Like that's how it works. Just trust me.
Yeah, although I was gonna speak
Are you
to
gonna
my,
learn Slovenian?
No, that's not happening.
although I was gonna speak to
Wow.
my kids in a British accent, so they have a British accent. I can do
Really,
that.
Jared? I didn't know.
I was gonna do that. It's either that or make them watch Peppa Pig on repeat, and I'm not ready for that.
My little sister used to do that, and she'd say a few words in like a British accent every once in a while.
Like, let's see, what's a
Like kids their brains are very malleable. Like they'll pick up on accents and stuff.
what's a very very stereotypic British phrase that we joke that they say, but they don't actually say it?
Cheerio.
Haha, cheerio.
Some-
Cheerio,
crumpets.
cheerio
There
good
you go.
night.
Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah,
Okay,
it's like
well,
that.
I was really confused in the group text because I saw at Croots, and one you said tweet, and I don't
Jacob.
tweet anything. And so I was like trying to figure out like what the account like Croots was, and I was like, wait, what are they talking about? And I was like, the only thing I do is I comment on all the recruits' Instagrams, but that's not Twitter, so I was confused.
Same thing.
Well,
If they get a notification about it,
I'm still doing the math.
Okay, this is my thought process. So they see the comment, they're like, oh, okay, this girl commented War Eagle. My profile is now public. They're gonna click on it and be like, oh my gosh, look at this fun Auburn girl. Like, I should go there. And I'm like, yeah. That's what's gonna happen.
So Jalen Green's decision is gonna come down. It's gonna be It's gonna be 2 p.m. No, it's gonna be 2:45 Thursday afternoon, and Jalen's gonna be sitting
yeah,
out
it's
with
gonna
his
be
family.
at 2:45.
He's gonna be like, God, like I don't know where to go to school, and then like somebody's like, hey, you remember that Amanda girl that commented on your live? I mean, that makes you want to go to Auburn. Now, I do have to admit though, I did like during game day when the student section did chant "We want Jalen." I thought that was actually really cool.
That's different. He didn't get a notification about that, except the people that took the video and then tweeted that.
Yeah, he tweeted.
Can't wait for you to be at Auburn, big dog. Stuff like that.
He said that Auburn love is real.
So what I just got from this conversation is that Amanda is setting up a honey trap for Auburn.
And Luca.
And, yeah, I was gonna say she sent for Luca.
Pretty much everybody at this
Luca.
point. Oh my goodness.
All right, calm down.
Oh, I gotta calm down. Oh my.
He's so cute, y'all.
And
he's our age. That's like weird.
Hey,
who is our age?
I'm not gonna say that.
You're right. Yeah, Jared. Who is our age? You're 47 years old. So you obviously are not.
I am thankfully living out my 24th year on this.
Jared,
planet.
you're closer to Popovich than you are to any of us. Get out of here with that.
I'm closer to what?
Popovich than us. Stop it.
Greg Popovich? I mean,
no. Which other Popovich?
He has a son, Alex.
Oh my goodness! There's so many people I know who know the name of Popovich.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't know what.
yes. I mean, I guess literally speaking, I am closer to age than Greg Popovich than you guys are, but that's just.
No, I was saying you were closer to Greg Popovich than you were close to us. Never mind.
Well, that's just factual.
Davis, are you okay?
Well, none of the jokes I make about your age are factual. That's the point, Jared.
I want to know something like super funny about the Lucas stuff. Is that
are you still simping?
On one of them? Yes. On one of them, when I commented like still waiting on that date or something like that, these like random people who I have not talked to in like a very long time, like all like liked it, and I was like, this is awkward. This is embarrassing.
Oh, you're gonna get top comment. He's gonna see it.
Javon thinks I'm like Luca.
That's true. You did get the Luca
comparison. On the extra point, and I got deemed that I was Luka Doncic of the extra point.
That's true.
Does Javon's opinion count though?
Whoa.
I hope.
Love you, Javon.
Okay, all I'm saying is like y'all can't give me a hard time because Carter literally changed his baseball number to
I haven't seen Carter on
like that is like a little like that is a little sus.
Wait. What did Carter do?
He's number 13. He's of Alex Morgan.
Yeah, isn't that a little? That's kind of weird.
Was she the one in that video the other day where she was 9 months pregnant and she was still working out?
Yes, she's a queen. All those girls, like, they're incredible. They're all of the, I don't understand.
Hey, you gotta stay in shape, you know.
Yeah, work off that pregnancy belly.
I can't wait till I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm gonna make a workout video just to show her.
Go viral.
Well, I'm 10 months pregnant. I'll show you up.
After the last 10 minutes, I don't think we know how biology works. I've now realized this.
I think you should just cancel the.
I am doing my lab right now, Jared. So.
Oh well. You nerd.
Is she 9 months? I guess she is due in like June. Wait, that's weird to think about. Let me go look at her Instagram.
If she's doing June. She
has
9 months.
11 months. Woo!
Hey, y'all want to? This is super off topic, but do y'all want to see something cursed?
Wait, this is not. What you about to say is off topic?
This show is off topic, but
hey, we've talked about simping for Luca, and you're like, all right, guys, I got something really off.
Y'all want to see what I just saw on Twitter that made my eyes burn?
Yes.
Might as well.
Wait, oh my gosh, look at Alex go. This is so impressive.
Is that?
It's Sharif.
Oh my. That's just Memphis people got to chill. They got to stop it.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Memphis
crazy.
Twitter is Auburn's biggest rival.
That is the quote of the day.
Memphis Twitter is still not forgiving us for beating them in the Birmingham Bowl in 2015. They're still mad that we destroyed Paxton Lynch's draft stock in one
I think
game.
Hillman was at that game.
I was actually.
Hey.
That's
Half road game, curse broken. Let's go.
Oh, my
Technically, that was a home game because he's from Birmingham and we were. In
Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Well,
Bad.
there's that.
Yeah.
We thought the Hillman curse got broke earlier.
Amanda, where are you walking to? Are you walking to Dallas, Texas to go meet him or something?
Why is Amanda
Walking in
running?
circles.
Is she running now?
She's going to Luca. I'm trying to
Yeah,
find
I'm
Luca.
sprinting to Luca's house.
Are you being chased? I'm uncomfortable right now watching you run.
Okay, well, I got the text. I was in the middle of my run, and then I got text in the group text, and then Jared didn't respond. And so I was like, I'll just join the extra point. And so I was walking. But I have to keep my, no days off.
Now this, viewers at home, is why you do not exercise. Because, I mean, come on now. You could just be sitting home doing the extra point. Instead, you're running. Don't exercise.
Thank you, Alex.
As I eat my goldfish.
I just have to get to my block, and then I can stop.
I really don't know. The XFL folded, by the way. I don't
yeah,
know if
that
we ever
did
got
happen.
to it.
Surprise,
Okay, so,
surprise.
What are the because I feel like I thought the idea was that they were really set for like another year. What is
No,
like
they
the
were
thing?
they were hemorrhaging a lot of money. It was not going well. It's
Hey.
just
It's also
expedited
they also
the
needed the
process.
rest of the revenue for this year, and they didn't get.
Yeah.
But guess
Even half
what? The
this year.
highest fan attendance? Battlehawks.
Okay.
I feel like
That doesn't make up for their crappy uniforms, Jared.
Hey, how
The Defenders win the
you
championship.
fight me right now?
The Defenders win the championship because they freaking put Darren Ravel in a body bag.
What they
Did
do
y'all
to
see that
him?
tweet?
Wait. Actually, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my lord, I gotta find it.
Jared, the only team that didn't have that had a worse jersey than the Battlehawks was the Vipers.
Yeah.
You got this, Amanda.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Go, Amanda.
You're run.
Go.
You got this. You can make it.
Yeah.
Hey, but like, could part
I
of the
look to see
XFL
honor.
folding be like the WWE
This is-
basically having to go no live audience, which obviously probably cuts a lot of the revenue, which therefore probably hurts.
It's because Vince McMahon never did anything like in the WWE where he fought God in the XFL.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
the
true. He
Defenders
did
win.
have a matchup against God. That's true.
The Defenders win because Darren Ravel just tweeted simply: total games played, XFL 20, AAF 32. No context whatsoever, even though everyone clearly knows the context. The Defenders responded with "Are you fun at parties?" and it's a pie chart. No, and then a yellow, no button yellow. So they win because Darren Ravel's annoying.
No, but in yellow.
No, that's
I
funny.
think this is just showing that like we're real people, more authentic.
I still can't get the fact that she's running right in front of us on Zoom. Like, is there anything else that we need to go over before we end the show, or before Amanda reaches the end of her block?
Florida made pro sports as a essential business.
Florida's so stupid.
So Florida, it's time to go to Florida to watch pro sports.
Florida would do that.
Wait, so Florida, is this the same state legislator that named Florida State the
Yes.
college basketball national champions?
What?
It is the same. It is the same guy that said he would not enforce a stay-at-home order because people won't listen to it. Which is like saying there's no reason to make murder illegal if murderers won't listen to it. Which therefore that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, he's got a good
But-
point.
There's no reason
Okay.
to
He
beat
did
Alex
say
to the
that. He was-
clipboard because he's not going to learn his
So,
lesson,
like-
but I do it anyway.
Florida
Wait, I
just
have
out
a
here.
question that I haven't asked this crew yet. Who's watched Tiger King?
I watched one episode.
I watched the new episode last night. It was boring.
I haven't yet because I've been
So none of
grading.
y'all have watched the whole thing.
I
I
have.
watched 2 episodes and I got
Oh.
bored.
What? Okay, third episode's the best one, so keep going.
It is the
I
best
can't
one.
Yeah.
Amanda, did she do it?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
She definitely did.
That's all I know
even
about Tiger
that.
King.
You know,
She's basically OJ.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna,
okay. Actually, I don't know if she did, but she definitely, because, like, I don't think she could hide a body. Like, I don't think she, like, has that capability. But she definitely knows more than she's telling us.
And also, I think her little reservation is. I don't think it's really doing. I think it's just as bad as Joe's. Not gonna lie.
No, that's
Yeah.
established.
I had so many plans for the extra point before it ended. Like, I wanted to do a murder mystery.
What?
Let's just
Let's just
remind
go
me
to
of this.
Let's go to 6 then.
Who's gonna die?
Don't worry, one of you are gonna figure out.
It's probably gonna be
Jared,
Alex.
did you mean today?
No, if we were still in school, I went to a murder mystery.
Man, that would have been hype.
A murder mystery special.
It would have been
great.
you, Alex. You would have been the guy that got killed.
I know. I've done a
Yeah,
murder
Alex
mystery before. I
would've
was a
been
drunk German guy, and I was actually not the culprit. I was just drunk the entire time. Sad times.
What?
I wanted to be the guy.
I
that killed
missed the
somebody.
lead up on that, and I don't know what happened.
I've done a
German
murder
guy.
mystery thing before, and my character was designated as a drunk German wine taster, and I just sat there being basically an NPC, and it was so sad.
He's not a very good wine taster if he's drunk. You're not supposed to drink it.
We were supposed
Well-
to have the March Madness special. We're supposed to have the signing day special. We're supposed to have the going away special for when it all ends. I want to do
We still
another
have all
one.
this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we'll have the
well,
March Madness
We
special.
can have this stuff with everyone in it.
it's true.
We can have a mass extra point special with like
Zoom does work pretty well.
Would Bay's internet be able to handle that?
12 people.
Probably not.
Doubt.
If I'm not
Doubt
in my
it.
room, I can handle it.
Wait, why is Davis inverted?
Because his green screen is a shirt.
My shirt. There's some birds chilling out. St. Lou.
Is that possible?
It is.
I don't know. Try it out.
If you do green screen, you can choose your
Maybe
shirt,
she's on.
and then you do it.
Good.
Hey, that better be 6 feet. that better be
Getting
6
kind of
feet.
And
tired.
that's 6 feet.
Is that 6 feet?
Oh,
That's
God.
is that
13
6
feet now. It can travel 13
Hey,
feet now.
Jaco. I
Yeah.
like it. Wait, I
Someone's
can never
got
choose my
3D
shirt.
pajamas.
How do you guys choose your shirt?
Wait.
You have to
do
figure it out yourself,
green
Alex.
screen.
Okay, hold on. Let me
I'll
just,
tell you
let me
that
just
much.
pick my shirt.
My green
real
screen
quick.
is this.
Is a
What?
I did not
What?
like
Then
that.
click. Then choose color.
Choose color. I don't see that. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah,
okay.
perfect.
Not gonna
Yeah.
I see it. Hold up. What?
There.
Bay
Thanks.
is still messed up.
Bay,
What
choose your
the-
shirt, dog. Choose your shirt.
I did. I clicked on my shirt.
Is your skin the same color as your shirt?
Hey! Woo!
Oh my god, that is horrifying.
That is
That is terrifying.
The show is off the rails.
Y'all-
Let's go.
That's the Tuesday Thursday crew for you.
I was about to say.
Y'all a bunch of
Dude, what do you
kids.
expect? There's really not much to talk about until the draft happens.
Now, but see, this is Tuesday, Thursday, like even during sports.
Yeah,
Oh.
we could have a draft special and we'd still go off the rails.
All right, with the first pick, hey, did you hear about Carol Baskins? That's literally how that would go.
Vic, would y'all play games on a cruise ship by chance?
Amanda, that,
If you had the option, would you play a whole MLB season in Arizona in the span of 2 months?
Okay,
Hey, those were actual
and then
sports
I brought him on.
topics. Hold up. Those were actual sports topics as opposed to.
Alex, I'm
What
not
do we-
taking I'm not taking you seriously anymore. I'm just not.
Wait, what? Jared, you were asking me something. What were you asking me?
I was asking. That better have been 6 feet distance that you were keeping up with.
Yeah,
I've
it
heard
is.
they upped it to 10 feet now.
I think you said 13.
Well, I heard it's 13, but they said it was it
Okay,
can travel 13
well,
feet, but it's 10 feet.
Texas and Dallas is a lot more strict than Alabama, so we're
Oh
fine.
my god,
No
that's funny. Hold on. Meme inbound.
Uh-oh, meme alert, meme alert.
White Tahoe.
Is it the Yeehaw homie?
Wait,
meme?
Amanda.
but this-
wait,
funny
Amanda.
too.
Were you talking about a white Tahoe? That's OJ. You better stay away
Okay,
from
guys, I'm looking for.
That's a Bronco.
Guys, I have a
it's
TikTok
close.
content in mind, and I need to get a black Tahoe in it. It's a-
Man, that's high quality.
That's funny.
Or would.
him. I gotta.
Oh gosh.
What were you saying, Amanda? What were you saying?
One of the reasons I'm prologuing this walk is because I need to get a video shot of a black Tahoe driving down the road because it's going to be part of this TikTok that I have in mind.
Wow.
So you're just gonna walk around your neighborhood until you find a black Tahoe?
Well, yeah. Well,
Could
it's
you
okay
just
if I
get,
don't
like,
get it today.
I like
But it
how-
has to be driving toward me.
Oh.
No, because
So you're
this
gonna
is-
jump
I can-
in the road.
Then you gotta send this to Luke and be like, I spent 6 days looking for this black Tahoe.
It's all part of the
Well,
scheme.
the TikTok that I have in mind isn't very like flattering. It's just funny because quarantine life. I can probably reenact it right now. So basically, the TikTok would be like
Please
me,
reenact the TikTok.
It'd be like me running just like you saw, and then I would go like, oh, getting tired. Okay, I'll translate it to Alabama terms, and then I would flip the camera around.
You think I'm ignorant or something?
You know we speak the same language as you.
okay, and so then I flip the camera
No.
around, and then there'd be like a black Tahoe with a white hat in the front, or like basically a car that like a boy would drive. So in Alabama, that would be like a lifted like truck, and then
I feel
We
like-
have Tahoe's here
Trucks
too.
in Texas? What the?
Tahoe.
well, the Tahoe's more applicable to whatever. And so then I would like start sprinting. And then I put funny music in it. Y'all don't sound entertained. My friends think it's funny. We're working.
Because
on
you just
content.
insulted our state in the
All I'm
process.
focused on is with the what you're trying to break down the language barrier between two states. Luke ain't even ready for this. You about to come at him with like a whole Rosetta
Look, I'll break this
Stone.
into something you can understand.
So are you sprinting at the car or after the car? I'm confused.
Are you running away from the car? Are you being
No,
kidnapped?
I'm not running away
Is
from
it
the
hitting
car.
you?
That would probably be funnier.
I just
You
want
take
to.
a break from your run. It.
I just want to understand the context of this TikTok before I see it.
Okay, then maybe I'll have to translate it on 2 counts. It's like basically like you see like a girl / boy, and then you start like working out like to look better.
Oh.
I mean-
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, this is like
You know what I mean?
This is like
You guys
in hi-
do not lie and tell me that y'all don't do that at the rec. Like you're playing
You think I
basketball
work
at
out
the
at
rec,
the
and then
rec?
you
That was
see
your first mistake.
and then you see some like cute girl like walk by on the track. Do not tell me that you're like, oh, I'm definitely like gonna go hard for this layup. I don't know.
I mean, I don't work out, so it's
I mean, if a girl
I
saw
don't
me make a
really
layup, I feel like they wouldn't be impressed because it's a layup.
I mean, look, I already have my techniques on how to.
Okay, but you understand the premise.
Yes. We understand it.
Okay.
Those Alabama folks do understand it.
I mean, if you. If,
I just lost you on 2 fronts because the car reference didn't hit, and it was from a girl
look,
perspective.
if
but
you
it's
if
okay.
you see a honey, all you gotta do is be like, "Hey, what up, baby girl? How you doing?" That's all
Yeah,
you gotta do.
yeah, that wouldn't work,
That's
Jared.
all
That
you
wouldn't
gotta
work.
do. Hey, you think it don't work?
I think Amanda just threw up, Jared.
Nah. Who cares about what Amanda thinks? Is Sharif Cooper.
Jared, has that
mixtape.
line ever
yeah, I
worked?
got that too.
Wait, what?
What's happening?
I got that
Sharif-
too.
Elite
Hey,
point
go comment on
guard.
Sharif's post. He's not a recruit, so you
he's-
can.
No,
you can-
he's already locked in.
Oh, so you just ignore him now. You're fake,
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
basically. Wow.
You
Wait.
hate to see it.
I feel like there was one more thing that we were supposed to be talking about, and then we could end the show, but I really don't remember what it was.
I mean, we started talking about the XFL for half a second.
Yeah.
I do have a debate I've been meaning to bring up for a long time.
I'm not ready for a debate. I'm ready to end this.
I mean, it's
show.
not really a debate. It's just kind of
We're
like
already 8 minutes over.
No, I
Yeah.
just got here. Just keep going. Hit us with it.
it's just kind of like a y'all agree or you disagree.
Agree.
It's about
Straight up.
heckling. It's about heckling.
Agree.
So what do you think heckling a player is okay?
Agree.
Do you think heckling
oh,
a player in their
starting-
native tongue is okay?
Oh.
Like, what do you mean?
Like if I
Like
talk,
if they're Spanish and you speak Spanish, can you heckle them in Spanish?
yes.
I mean, if you
Wait,
okay, as long as
yeah.
you don't talk
Probably
like.
hear you.
I'm not like
it'll be
nothing
more
offensive, but like
effective.
you say like, hey, you're not very good, but just in Spanish.
The question
I mean,
you ask
yeah.
yourself with this debate is, what would Kobe do? And Kobe would heckle
Yeah,
in a different
Kobe
language,
did
so
that.
that's
He
what
heckled
Kobe did.
Luca in
Are you
Slovenian.
talking?
Exactly.
Is this about Luca? Oh, all roads.
No.
lead to Luka.
I mean, he
No.
did do that.
Oh no.
It always do
But
that.
like, I think that's different though. Like, he didn't technically heckle Luca. Like, he probably said something in Slovenian, and Luca turned around and saw it was him. Like,
He was very confused. Yes, and was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Kobe."
But still, Kobe learned the entire French language to heckle Tony Parker.
That's just
Pretty
that's just
good.
dedication.
Mama
But
mentality.
is it okay if you're a fan?
Yeah,
can you do
absolutely.
that?
Why wouldn't
I
it
mean,
be okay?
yeah, if you know the language, then
Because
sure.
some people might say it's offensive to talk to them. I don't get that. I personally think
That's
That's not.
No, it would.
I've talked to people. They're like, you
It
shouldn't
would be
do that. I'm like,
offensive if you assume they came from a certain place, and so you assume they talk a certain language. So
Yes.
you start talking to
That's-
them like that.
yeah.
that's
yes.
one thing.
But if you know they speak that language, like if you talk to Dirk in German, I think that's okay.
that's fine because we know he's from Germany. But like, if somebody came up to me and started
However,
speaking,
ain't nobody heckling Dirk. Nobody
Oh,
heckles
sure.
Dirk.
I'm just saying,
Dirk's
it's just
Dirk.
an example because I know he speaks German.
like if somebody,
I have something important to say. I'm sorry. Way more important than this debate.
please let your
Jalen Green will now announce tomorrow, not at 3 p.m. Eastern time, but 1 p.m. Eastern time. So
Why
12
the
o'clock.
hell does he keep changing it?
It was
Wait,
already.
tomorrow?
It was already.
Yeah,
1
okay,
o'clock.
okay. Here's his finalists. Listen, here's his
I'm
finalists:
confused
Auburn,
now.
Fresno State, Memphis,
Fresno.
Oregon,
That's where he's
and
from.
USC.
It sounds like me
Wait,
trying
he
to pick my
changed-
schools.
Maybe I'm getting him.
South
confused with someone
Alabama,
else.
Mercer,
Wait, Bay, did you say tomorrow?
No,
Yeah.
Thursday
Friday.
at 12 God's time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought you said tomorrow night. I was like, whoa.
Wait,
you
time
did
out.
say tomorrow.
I have
Wait,
one.
Friday or Thursday? I'm
Okay.
confused.
Thursday.
Thursday at 12
Back to
o'clock
Thursday.
God's time.
I've-
So if you're in class, you better get out.
I have one complaint about that.
Jared, you moving up the show?
No, Central Time is not God's time.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Yeah,
Central
not.
Time is God's time zone.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I don't
Dude,
understand.
Why
that.
not?
Texas
Oh yeah,
God's
because
time?
you're actually because you lived in East. Yeah, it is.
Heck
It's
yeah.
God's time. Dude, Omaha was so cool because it was like 9:45 and it was light outside. It was still Central Time.
Oh yeah,
But
Omaha
you
was so
don't
cool.
like
How
it.
did that end for you? How about that?
Omaha.
Shut
Nebraska?
Shut up.
Wait, Amanda, did you
Jerry,
just ask Omaha,
of course, doesn't like because he
Nebraska?
lives in Eastern Time, or he
Heck
did
yeah.
live in Eastern Time in Smith Station.
I did.
What the
Trash.
heck just
We should
happened?
trade y'all away.
Wait, did somebody tweet about Smith Station?
Justin Ferguson did. He tweeted that we needed to trade Phoenix City, Smith Station, Valley, and all those other Eastern Time Zone places for another city and cash considerations to Georgia.
Smith Station's
Oh,
worth
gosh.
like maybe $30, maybe 35
I mean, hey,
for lucky.
Cash considerations.
So,
Hey, we can't be
Wait,
trading
where
Kansas
is
City.
where is
Guys, at this
everyone?
rate,
Is everyone in Auburn? Or are you guys at your homes?
I'm
I'm
in
in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Also, no.
Mobtown, Mobile, 251.
I'm in God's
Mobile.
city.
Jared's in Auburn.
I think Mobile's God City.
Well, of course you do, you
I
townie.
don't know. I actually don't. I'm not
Every
in
single
Mobile, Jacob. So
person-
hop off my back. I'm a
Every
Philly.
single person from Mobile says, "Did you know that Mardi Gras has started in Mobile?" That's like
That's
every
correct.
Conversation.
We do in
That's
fact
It's a
say
true
that.
person.
statement.
Nah.
Do you remember
You
the
are.
Alamo, Amanda?
That's San Antonio.
It's still Texas.
Get
We
your Texas
actually
city
lost that battle, so that's like probably not the best quote.
Well, no, but like,
Do you remember it? You still remember it?
I always
Alex,
remember it.
get that off of your face, dog.
That's been on there for like 10 minutes.
I know, but every time I see it, it creeps me out. It looks
All
like
right, Davis. Hold up. I'll fix it. How about hold up.
It's gonna
This.
be even worse.
Uncle
Oh,
Rico.
this is disturbing.
No?
it's just when you open your mouth and your eyes, it makes it worse.
All right, fine. I'll switch it up. We'll go back to Phineas and Ferb's backyard.
How about we can wrap up the show?
Yeah, I was
I
wondering
agree.
when we could do that.
Jared, I was waiting for you to say that.
All right. Does anybody have anything else they want to bring up before we get out of here?
Don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and Jalen's already committed.
Yeah, honestly, correct.
It's a good point.
I mean,
I like how Bay has like a little like sports themed decor in his room. That's like.
Dude, I do. So this side is Auburn. That's Auburn.
oh my
This is
goodness.
baseball.
I started playing the
Kick
outro
him,
music,
Go
please.
out.
Cam.
I thought the internet went out again. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Okay. We're done. That's it. Okay.
Yep.
Thank
Good
you.
luck on your TikTok, Amanda.
Let me go ahead and do this.
I'll be on the lookout.
Thank you guys for joining me on the Extra Point here on WEGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. For Amanda Warren, who's gonna go chase down Luka Doncic somewhere in the state
and
of
his
Texas.
black and his black
No,
top.
I want him to be happy. Whatever is best for him, I support him.
For Amanda Warren, Bay Marks, go get yourself a better internet. Alex Houston, always remember that I hate you. Davis Carroll, shut up. And Jacob Hillman. I'm Jared Dillon saying thank you for joining me on Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye.